Hey guys! So I completely forgot to film an introduction, so for today's video we're jumping straight into the tutorial. And as you can tell, I've already done one of my eyes, and for today's tutorial I'm going to be using the Pure Cosmetics Soul Mattes eyeshadow palette. And the colors are absolutely stunning. I think in general this palette is going to be absolutely beautiful for the upcoming autumn, as it has very beautiful burgundy and kind of mustardy colors. And right now I'm using my Sigma E40 brush, and I'm taking the BFF shadow, and this will be my transition shade, and I'm extending this outwards to the tail of my eyebrow. This is definitely my favorite shadow in the palette. I think the color is stunning, and I'm also going to leave down below a link to my blog where I've talked about this palette and what I think about it. Next, I'm putting the Adore shadow into the crease and just blending the two colors together to make sure that they are really blended and that there are no harsh lines. Then the next shadow I'm taking is called Sidekick, and I'm applying it mostly on the outer V to create that smoked out eyeshadow look. And I really think that if you have deep set eyes like me, the V looks beautiful on these kind of eyes. And using the same brush, I'm just dragging it down to my lower lash line, and that's just to connect everything together basically. Lastly, I'm taking the companion shadow, and it's a cream almost as if it was a white shadow, and I'm placing this on my tiny lids and as well as my brow bone. I'm heading back in with the blending brush and lightly going over between the cream and neutral shadows to make sure that there are no harsh lines and everything is blended out. Now I'm using a lip balm to make sure my lips are hydrated by the time I get to the lipstick. And then I'm going in with a primer. This is the one from L'Oreal, and it has a silicone-like texture. All the products will be listed down below if you're wondering. Then I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt foundation, and I'm putting a pump and a half on the back of my hand, and I'm using the Expert Face brush by Real Techniques. By far this is my favorite brush ever, and honestly my opinion keeps changing every time I use this foundation, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. And girl, you better flip your hair, because you're the real MVP here. Now I'm just going in with the concealer, and this is the one by Bourjois, and I love this concealer, one of my favorites, and I'm blending this in with my fingers just because I think it looks more flawless as the warmth of your fingers make it so much easier to blend it all out. Then I'm using this concealer again as I felt like I needed a little bit more coverage on one of my under eyes, and I use this to highlight under my nose, my chin and between my brows, just because I feel like some of my discoloration might be peeking through my foundation, but I also wanted to brighten up those parts. Anyways, now I'm heading in with my L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt contouring palette, and I'm using the beauty blender just because it gives the most natural look and looks flawless. I'm very pleased with this product, and to set in the cream contour I'm using the Maybelline Sculpt palette. I think it's called, I'm not really 100% sure, but I'll leave the name of it down below. And I'm using it over all the places that I've used my cream contour just to set it in. And for highlight, I'm using the Soap & Glory Illuminator, and not only does this give a beautiful glow, but it smells amazing. And I'm just lightly tapping this into my skin just to make sure neither does my foundation nor my illuminator budges. And I've applied this twice because the first time I didn't get enough and the second time too much came out of the tub, so just be careful when you're using this product. And I was a little bit disappointed because I had to wipe the leftover bit off. Now I'm just using the same product that I used to set the cream contour, but this time I'm setting in the illuminator. And again, I'm lightly tapping this into my skin so that no product would budge. Now I'm using these lashes, and I've put the lashes off camera just because they take me a little bit longer to do. Anyways, now I'm taking my MAC lip liner in Subculture. I think this is beautiful, and it definitely is the closest nude color that I found, which looks very similar to my lip color. So now I'm using Soap & Glory lipstick on top basically, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to say the name of it. I'm not even going to try. I'll leave the name of it down below for you guys, like I said like 100 times probably already. And finally, I'm just putting my mascara on to make sure my lashes are blended in with the falsies. And this is the final look. I absolutely love the way it turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!